The days passed in a comfortable routine of domestic duties, washing laundry, baking bread, mending clothes, and teaching Belle her letters and numbers. William had mentioned his desire for his daughter to receive a proper education, and Annie's background as an aspiring teacher made her well suited for the task. In the evenings, after Belle was asleep, Annie often found herself sitting across from William at the kitchen table, a lamp burning low between them as they talked. She learned that he had come west from Boston after meeting Cassidy at a social gathering. They had married against her parents' wishes and sought their fortune on the frontier, building the ranch from nothing but a land claim and determination. Cassidy loved it here, he told Annie one night as snow fell softly outside the windows. She said the mountains made her feel free in a way the city never could. "She sounds like a remarkable woman," Annie said, knitting needles, clicking steadily in her hands as she worked on a scarf for Belle's Christmas gift. She was a shadow of grief passed over his face, quickly replaced by a wry smile. She'd have been pleased to see the house running properly again. "My attempts at domestic organization left much to be desired." Annie laughed softly. "Belle mentioned your quilting attempts a disaster," he admitted, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "I stick to what I know, cattle and carpentry." As winter deepened, so too did Annie's attachment to the Colt family. Belle had taken to calling her Miss Annie with such affection that it made her heart swell. And William Annie found herself watching him when he wasn't looking. The way his strong hands gentled when handling Belle's hair, the quiet dignity with which he managed the ranch, the rare but transformative smile that lightened his serious countenance. It was dangerous, she knew, to harbor such feelings for the man who had, in essence, purchased her freedom. Yet each day brought new evidence that William viewed her not as a possession, but as a person deserving of respect. The first real test of their unusual arrangement came 3 days before Christmas, when a snowstorm trapped them indoors. Clint had gone to Silver Creek for supplies 2 days earlier and had wisely remained there rather than attempting the treacherous journey back. "Papa, I'm bored," Belle complained, pressing her nose against the frosted window as howling wind drove snow against the glass. "How about we bake Christmas cookies?" Annie suggested. "Your father mentioned your mother had a special recipe." Belle's face brightened immediately. "With cinnamon." "Can we, Papa?" William hesitated, and Annie suddenly feared she had overstepped by invoking Cassidy's memory. But then he nodded, rising to retrieve a small wooden box from a shelf near the fireplace. "Cassidy's recipe box," he explained, placing it carefully on the table. "I haven't opened it since." "We don't have to," Annie said quickly. "No, it's time." He opened the box and sorted through the cards until he found what he was looking for. Here it is. Cassidy's Christmas Star Cookies. What followed was an afternoon of flour-dusted chaos, as Belle enthusiastically helped cut star shapes from the dough, occasionally stealing bits to eat raw. Despite Annie's half-hearted admonishments, William watched them from his chair by the fire, a book open but unread in his lap.